Okay, so we are ready for the 5th track of the day. Food waste pitches in front of us. Okay, food waste. Let's start with the first presenter. Olga, Dubey, CEO Agro Sustain, is with us. Please give her a warm welcome. Hi. Okay, so the stage is yours. Your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
Started already or not yet?
Let's start now.
So, hello everyone. It's a big pleasure to present you Agro Sustain. We are a Swiss-based company with a goal to fight a global issue related to food waste. So, I think when you're looking at this picture, it sounds very familiar, right? Sometimes we would forget our strawberries in the fridge and then suddenly they become out of red bluish, or your avocado gets black inside instead of looking green. And this is something that not only you and me as an end consumer experiencing, but it's also retailers and distributors who are trying to tackle these days. So at AgroSustain, we did come up with solutions that can actually address this issue. On this picture, you can see coated and uncoated banana. So the coating is a technology that was developed by AgroSustain. It's an edible coating made of vegetable oils and edible emulsifier that basically forms a physical layer on the surface of banana. And it helps to keep it yellow longer, so like this it doesn't go bad. For example, on banana, we can extend its shelf life by approximately 1 week of the yellow life. We also help to prevent the shrinkage, and we also help to not making any negative impact on the ripening of banana, which makes us quite unique from this perspective. And when we are working closely with our clients, such as distributor or retailers, we are helping to reduce the waste in the supply chain by up to 50%, depending on the crop type. You might ask me, how do we do the application? We are working closely with the growers directly after the harvest. They usually have a big packing stations where they have all the technology to sort, wash the crops. And this is exactly the time where they can do application of our coating by spraying, for example, as demonstrated here in terms of avocado, or by buffing. And today, obviously, we are still startup. We are also doing fundraising. So if you're interested in this technology, we are closing a round of 3.5 million that helps us to commercialize further our technology in the European market and to develop our second line of product, which is a biostimulant. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, now it will be additional 2 minutes for our jury members to ask the question. We will start timing after the first question is finished. So let's start Q&A session. And if you could please introduce yourself before asking questions, I would appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Inbar Mlynarczyk from Mimica Group. I know that it's very interesting and it's very good technology, but I wanted to know about the IP because there are some other technologies that are very much alike.
It sounds always very similar from presentation point of view, but in terms of technology, we are always different. And that's why we also have our own IP. And at the end of the day, what makes a difference in the product is the active ingredients you're putting inside of it and the synergetic properties.
Thank you.
I also have one question. Okay, it's Michela from Petronio from Barilla Group. Can you tell us something more about the team? How many of you? Which are your backgrounds?
Sure, so we are 11 people, and when we started the company, obviously it was much more R&D, chemistry, biochemistry backgrounds, but now we are going more commercial, so we have 4 people dedicated to sales. And we also have our own production facilities, forgot to say that.
Hi Olga, nice to see you again. This is Marika King from Pink, Paulig Venture Arm. When you say it's edible, what do you mean, given that you actually talked about banana and avocado, which is not edible, peel? So can you do edible or not?
We can do edible as well. So in Europe, we are authorized on all the fresh fruit categories. That makes our coating also applicable on berries and the other crops that don't need to be peeled. I usually show banana because you see the difference very clearly, but berries is a little bit harder.
Hi, my name is Rubin. I have a question with regards to your business model and your customer acquisition. Because you mentioned after harvest, you spray the fruit. However, there are so many different players in this supply chain, and they all have different incentives. So I can imagine for the retailer and the customer, they're the one that's actually benefiting from having longer shelf life. Is this the case? And are these incentives, is the payer basically incentivized to buy the solution and benefiting from it?
So,
Briefly.
huh?
Very, very briefly.
Sure. It's hard. It's like the broadest question I got so far. So, I mean, our goal is not only to provide a value for retailer. Obviously, producers should get something out of that. If you look in the supply chain, producers, just finish, it's important.
They will not let me, you know, I have this device in my ear and they are shouting really loud. So please keep it in mind, it's my ear. so sorry for that, rules must be equal for everyone.
Sure.
Thank you very much, big applause.
Thank you.
Of course, for Olga, thank you for your presentation. Thank you, jury members. I know when sometimes we are just asking questions, there is no time left for answering, and I will need to be, you know, this bad cop to take care of it. Okay, so now let's meet the second contestant of this track. Please give a warm welcome to Ola Esho, Strategy and Planning Manager, BioVeritas. Hi, Ola.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Fine, how are you?
Good.
Okay, the stage is yours. 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ola Esho, and I'm the Strategy and Planning Manager at BioVeritas. I'm excited to be here today to share with you why I love what we do at the company, and to invite some of you to join us on this journey that we're on. So, growing up in Nigeria, I loved mangoes, and every season without fail, I would watch mangoes go to waste. And I know food waste is more than mangoes, and food waste is more than what happens on the farm. But we must agree here that waste is a missed opportunity. And BioVeritas is in the business of turning the waste into opportunity and minimizing our use of petrochemicals. So we do this in 2 ways. Number one is our technology. We use a proprietary mixed culture fermentation technology that allows us to transform different kinds of excess biomass into high-value organic compounds, carboxylic acids, that have applications across various things, such as food preservation, flavors and fragrances, etc. And our technology is well tested because we've verified over 35 different kinds of feedstocks can be used in our technology and give us the different outputs that we want. So our first product to market is going to be a clean label mold inhibitor. What it does is to extend the shelf life of a product and ensure the safety of the product. And unlike other clean label alternatives on the market right now, our product offers a solution with no compromise. So for food manufacturers looking to manufacture their products sustainably, they're able to use our clean label mold inhibitor, and they don't have any sensory impacts or efficacy reductions. It's as if they're using the same product, but now it's sustainably sourced. So, you know, this, I'll pause. All right, so we're here now because we are approaching commercialization. So I should first mention that the market opportunity here is huge. You can see the bubbles there represent the calcium propionate market, which is what we're trying to displace. And our capacity is the yellow bubble over there, and it's very small. So there's opportunity here for us to win in the marketplace. But I have to say, we're moving rapidly towards commercialization, sanctioning our first commercial plant next year, and we're looking for strategic partners in this room, investors, to come alongside us on the journey. It's been many years since I was a little girl in Nigeria watching waste with mangoes, but I think we have a real opportunity here, and I invite you to not let the opportunity waste. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ola. It's very stressful here, isn't it?
The lights.
Yeah,
but people are nice, they're smiling. So.
Yeah. But you know, all faces here are, you know, very helping because they are smiling and very supportive faces here.
Yes.
Also only supportive. Okay, let's start the Q&A session. 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes. Yes.
I have one. So thank you for your pitch. It's not clear to me if what you are producing is still propionic acid, but with a different source and supply chain, or it's a different acid acting as a shelf life extender.
It is. So we have a range of acids that are produced. We have the acetic acid through valeric acid, right? But the clean label mold inhibitor that we are putting into market, it's a combination of some of the acids that we have in our product that come out. But we're able to produce just isolated propionic acid with high purity. But for this particular first product, we are formulating it and adding to be more robust.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do we have more questions? Yes, here.
How many people are in your team? What does that look like?
Very good question. We have about 60 people working at the moment. And we have, within the leadership team, we have about 100 years of experience from oil and gas industry, commercialization, R&D. This project started out of the University of Texas A&M. So it was in the lab, and then we've been migrating and building upon it over the last few years.
Do we have more questions? Yes, we have here on the right.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Diana from EIC. Do you have any patents or plans for patents in the future?
Yes, we have one. We have one patent and about 7 in the works, patents that we have, and we have over 40 trade secrets, because some of the things we don't want to be available yet. We want to keep it in our own know-how. So we have some trade secrets, about 40 of them, and then 7 in the works for patents. But we have one solid patent at the moment.
We have 12 seconds, so no time for question and answering, but thank you very much for your presentation and for answering all those questions. Big applause. Thank you
Thank you
very
so much.
Thank you, Ola. Okay, so let's welcome our next contestant. It's Danny Hacohen, VP Business Development at Evigence. Hello. Hi, Danny. We've met yesterday at the Tech Talk stage. Yes, the remote was stolen from me. I forgot about that. Thank you. Okay, here's your remote. Okay. 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity for hosting me here. I'm Danny. I'm a high-tech veteran. I'm coming from the semiconductor industry, working in multinational companies for many, many years. The reason I joined Evigence, one major reason is to fight food waste. I mean, it's shocking, it's unacceptable that 1/3 of our food goes to landfills. That's impossible. I want to stress the problem from a very personal point of view. When I asked my kids to consume milk that expired only by one day, you should have seen their reaction. Oh, Dad, what are you doing? We're not supposed to drink milk that passed its expiry. So that even more motivated me to enter this industry, very conservative industry, and bring innovation and technology. So what is Evigence solution? What we do is TTI, time temperature indicator. And once you activate this sensor based on time and temperature, it practically will go from green to red per the defined profile. The defined profile would be to mimic a specific product, a fresh product that goes through its whole journey. Okay? Of course, if there was an abuse, it would go to the red point in a faster mode, and if it was kept in good condition, even better, then it can extend its shelf life. So what are the key features that we offer here? First of all is the sensor itself, which is a very robust, very accurate, and very cost competitive. About more than 20 patents around this sensor, approved by WHO, World Health Organization. And And the second feature is a software. It's a software platform that you can scan the sensor, whether if it's a mobile or industrial sensor, a scanner like Zebra, you can scan it and get information about the remaining shelf life and the level of freshness. The beauty of it, it uploads it to the cloud, and there's a lot of data that you can consume here and get it for analytics. The best is to show one of our projects is breast milk. Young mothers are very cautious about their breast milk, and we designed a very sophisticated sensor that once she expresses milk and puts it in the refrigerator, she scans it, there's a serial number, she knows exactly the inventory, pulls it out, and can use it just by scanning, knows the exact remaining shelf life. That's it?
That's it?
Okay.
Not that's it. That's a lot. I could almost feel like your assistant here. Thank you very much for your presentation. So now let's start the Q&A session.
Hi, Peter from Regeneration Fund. How long do your own sensors last? Like, how often can they get repurposed, and what's the price of them?
Okay, they're very price competitive. Last, you mean in terms of inventory, or when you use it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, are they like single use? Can it be multi-used?
You can keep it in the right condition, can stay for a very long period of time. By the way, this is commercial. This is something that's going to be launched to the retail in the US, so I'm happy to share with that. Cost competitive, that means if we got an order from a company looking at the babies and toddlers, that means it's price competitive.
Thanks.
Yes, hello, thanks for the pitch. Marika King from Pink, Paulig Venture Arm. Can you explore a bit on the go-to-market? You said you were launching with a retailer. Is that, like, who is your customer and how does this...
Okay, great question. Yeah. So we are kind of a B2B2C. So we're doing it for this feature, or this product is going for babies and toddlers, well-known company. So we give them the products and they market it onto the retail. Okay?
We have one more question here.
Hi, my name is Bel Rubin and I work for Rabo Investments. Thanks so much for the pitch. Super cool what you're doing. I have a question with regards to the data that you're getting, the data analytics. Is this also something that consumers use in order to change consumer behavior? And yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So the fact that you can scan it and upload it to the account, you have accessibility to the data. So, you know, time, breastfeeding, when did you do it? Same goes for the company manufacturer can create customer intimacy with the client, the end client, the end customer.
That's cool, thanks.
We have 15 seconds, so... One
last question, Tilman from High-Tech Gründerfonds. Is it also approved for medical products, medical devices?
Yeah, when I said WHO, the World Health Organization, actually approved us for medical, for vaccines, but we sold this license to another company and we'll stay concentrated on food.
Thank you.
Danny, thank you very much for your presentation. It was great. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much, Danny. And now we are ready to hear from the next contestant. So please welcome to the stage Deborah Gale, COO and co-founder at Coolbox. Good afternoon. You're remote. Okay, we have timer here, and your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
All right. Can you hear me well? Yes. So, hi everyone. I'm Deborah. I'm the co-founder at Coolbox. Let's start. All right. So meet Mama Ibadan, our very first customer. She's a frozen food seller, fish trader in Lagos, Nigeria. And one day she told us, "Your product is the best investment I've made in my life. I used to throw away my fish at the end of the market day because I had no solution to store them." In sub-Saharan Africa today, you have over 700 million people that still lack access to electricity. As a result, they lack access to refrigeration. as compared to Europe, where we have 100% penetration rate when it comes to refrigeration. In sub-Saharan Africa, you'll be surprised to know that that percentage is only 17%. And I repeat, only 17%. As a result, each year, 40% of food produced in that region goes to complete waste. And while cold storage is one of the solutions, affordability is one of the major challenges. And that's where we come in, Coolbox. So we have a solution. We created a very innovative solar-powered cooling solution, which is able to generate continuous refrigeration for up to 4 days, even without electricity or very limited sunlight. So what's the secret? How are we able to do that? Basically, we store energy in the form of ice rather than storing energy in the form of battery, thanks to a technology called the ice thermal storage. But then the next question is, great technology, but how do we make it affordable for someone like Mama Ibadan? So every single Coolbox system is integrated with our pay-as-you-go technology, enabling our customers to pay in really small installments on a monthly basis. In terms of impact, our goal, and we are right on track, is to reduce food wastage by over 54,000 metric tons in the next 3 years. Numbers very quickly. So we launched in 2020. We sold over 6,500 units, 24 countries, focusing on small and medium-sized businesses like Mama Ibadan. And our revenue has been growing by 3x every year. We have established some great partnership with leaders in the industry, the likes of Coca-Cola, Danone, to name a few. Quite exciting news, we are launching the construction of our local assembly plant in Nigeria to be able to reduce cost even more for our end customers. This is the cool team behind this great innovation with over 160 cool, talented employees. And I'll end, I have 3 seconds, with this picture, one of my favorites. It's actually Mama Ibadan Installation Day. Unfortunately, you cannot see the picture, I'm so sorry. So,
for a second, they could see.
Excuse me?
No worries. For a second, it was they could see it, so no worries.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much for your great presentation.
Thank you so much.
Big applause for Deborah. And now it's the time for a Q&A session, so let's start with the first one.
Hello, thanks for your great pitch. Mlynarczyk King here from Pink. Is there anyone else doing this?
Good question. So, not so many people. We do have one direct competitor, but even at that, they focus on healthcare when we are focusing on small and medium-sized businesses. So I'm surprised that more people are not doing it, but not so much competition today.
Thank you. Tilman Peterson, here on the other side. Here.
Oh,
Tilman
sorry.
Peterson from Haite Gründerfonds. Since my question has been taken, another question, can you dive a bit deeper into the unit economics? So at what point in time is the unit economics positive for you? And what needs to be done?
So average gross margin today is about 45 to 65% gross margin, depending on the size of the freezers. We are still piloting, when it comes to cost of acquisition with our marketing strategy. But what is working for us in terms of cost of acquisition is digital marketing, surprisingly. Everybody's on their phone, so it's about 3% of the total cost of the product. Hope I'm answering the question.
Thank you, yes.
We have, yes, of course.
Okay. Thank you for your presentation. This is Patricia from Itex Food Innovation Hub. My question is more related to technical stuff. How do you plan the maintenance of such devices?
Such a good question. Yeah. So out of this 160 plus employees, 40% of them are engineers. So we have IoT sensors, which are a good way to monitor the product from a distance. So we are able to know when something is wrong with the product and be reactive to fix whatever issues our customers may have. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. We do not have, unfortunately, any more time for questions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. A big applause for Deborah. And now let's welcome, I can already see her as we met yesterday at the Tech Talk stage. Please give a welcome to Solveiga Pakštaitė, founder and director at Mimica, our next contestant. Hello, good afternoon, hi.
Thank you very much.
Okay, good luck.
Hello everyone, my name is Solveiga. I'm the founder and director of a company called Mimica. We're based in the UK. And the issue that we're trying to solve is that having to use cautious expiry dates to protect consumers drives enormous amounts of waste. In fact, in Europe, up to 83% of the food that we throw away is still perfectly edible. This is an environmental disaster, of course. If food waste were a country, it'd be the third largest greenhouse gas producer in the world after China and the US. And at retailers, food wasted in stores is worth double their kind of food profits. So this is a huge financial burden, but also an opportunity. We see that there's an opportunity to help create better brand loyalty by increasing consumer confidence in food freshness. And we know that people would buy more if they felt that products could last to their full potential. So how do we unlock that? So if we could extend shelf life by just 2 days, we know that home waste goes down by 63%. Retail waste in store gets cut in half. And actually, we see a sales lift of about 10%. Why does this happen? Retailers have a longer time to sell the product. Extra days to consume the product from the consumer perspective makes me feel like I'm going to buy a bigger pack size or buy 2 when I was going to buy 1. And just a good experience of being confident in the food freshness at home drives repeat purchases. So the way that we've worked to deliver this and unlock the shelf life that is already there is with our solution called Bump. It's a dynamic food expiry label, meaning that it's temperature sensitive and it turns bumpy to the touch, so all you need to do is touch it. If it's smooth, it means it's still fresh, and only when you feel bumps, that's when you know that the product has spoiled and should not be consumed, which is really easy for everyone to understand, and it's been designed to be inclusive for all abilities, and doesn't matter if you're colorblind or something like that. We are not looking to replace the date. We actually work collaboratively with food producers to print a longer date based on reasonable storage rather than the worst case scenario, which is what they are doing now. So that helps with their operations and helps with the sales lift that I was already explaining. We have 2 formats. We have already launched our Bump Cap for drinks. We collaborated with United Caps, a cap manufacturer here in Europe, to release that to our first customer last year. But really the large opportunity is in our Bump Tag, which we're working with meat and fish on. We're working with some companies that you can see at the bottom here on projects. And just to finish, the gel chemistry inside, we calibrate specifically to different foods. And I can explain that maybe more in questions. We're running out of time, and we got some really nice results from our consumer testing, and we found that in 97% of households, we were able to use their products for longer. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Solveiga. Now it's time for the questions, so let's start.
Hello, Tilman Peterson from High-Tech Gründerfonds. One question regarding the environmental impact of the tech itself. Looking at it, what kind of plastic do you use? How much grams of plastic is there? So some words about this.
I have a slide about this. Can I go back? Okay, I will describe the slide. So we did an environmental assessment, which of course we are adding material. It is recycled and recyclable material, HDPE. And of course, that's still adding an impact. And we measured the food waste reduction potential, and that allowed us to calculate a break-even point. So for juice, that's something we need to reduce current waste levels by 5%. In something like beef, it's 0.3%, and then it breaks even. So we calculated that we can be targeting up to 30 or 40% of the existing wastage. So there's a lot of net benefit to get.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good question.
Hi, and thanks for your pitch. I have a question regarding the cost and rewards across the value chain, because I could imagine that who is paying and who's reaping the rewards, because I'm assuming the producer maybe pays, but the retailers get the rewards, or who pays basically, and who gets the rewards?
So it depends who's the brand owner. It's the brand owner who pays for it, and the reward is through the reduction in waste in store and the increase of sales. The technology actually pays for itself and then some through the repeat purchases and that sort of thing. But yes, our food producer will pay for it, and if it's their own brand, it stays there. But if they're putting the retailer's own brand, they pass that cost on to the retailer.
Yeah, my name is Bar Rubin. I work for Rabo Investments. I have a question with regards to the cost price of the sensor, because for me it looks like not a super cheap product on first glance. So is it something that can only be used on high-value products such as salmon, beef, and maybe juices, or do you have, is it cheaper than that, and can you use it for other products?
The cost price we've set the price so it's affordable on everyday products. But in our calculations for the market segment that we can go after, we made a prudent estimation that the product has to be €2 or more, and that's already a really large market. So yeah, that's where we can get the most ROI for our customers.
And I will have to interrupt you right
Perfect,
here.
thank you. Come visit our booth. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Solveiga. Thank you. Okay, we are still in a food waste track, and please welcome our last contestant, Katarzyna Mlynarczyk, co-founder Rebread. Hello. Katarzyna. And good luck.
So let's start. Do you know that 15% of bread produced in Europe never reaches consumers? And it actually translates in millions of chances lost, money lost, and environmental harm. We envision in Rebread the world with bread waste eliminated across the supply chain, with significant decrease in resource consumption, environmental impact, and production costs, where actually sustainable practices are the norm. So bread waste is responsible for up to 45% of production cost loss. And in Rebread, we can actually aim to turn 50,000 tons per month in 40 industrial and 300 SME bread producers and retailers. So we already have the ready-to-implement technologies like sustainable alternative producers for the drink and upcycled alternative protein. With 3 types of fermentation around the fungi-solid state, liquid lactic, and liquid alcoholic fermentation. So how we will want to do this? We need to be a leader of the bread waste to resource market with open innovation platform around the digital marketplace, where we connect clients and partners to deliver to them the licenses for our products that we actually develop in our own Rebread lab. Around that, we have a set of strategic and marketing tools to support the commercialization on the market. In our clients, for example, retail chains or bakeries, we actually develop the whole consulting services to new development product strategies. And in this case, we want to generate money for over 6 million up to 2028 with impact indicators to deliver over 3,000 of upcycled products brought to the market. We already work with the clients and supporters and partners, and also we are aimed to address every area of the food waste landscape. We've already have some successful implementation on Spanish market to deliver from 1 ton of bread up to 140 kilos of the protein within the efficient and sustainable process. We are raising now 1 million in the pre-seed for the open licensed release, for the impact commitment, and also it's not possible with the great team with biotechnology and R&D skills, business, sales and grow, and of course founders. I'm a co-founder of Rebread, and it was really a pleasure to deliver this mission about minimizing the bread waste globally. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for a great presentation. Now let's start the Q&A session.
After the sprint.
Do we have any questions, Kasia? Yes.
Thank you. First of all, many women, so good job. Yeah, we're impressed, so thank you for that. In Bar, Maimon Pomeranchik from Archimedes Group. How do you think about approaching the market to show your abilities and go-to-market strategy?
To the protein market.
To the protein market.
Okay, so we actually, our very first product, it's a crumbs app. When we have an expertise in microorganism strain, which is koji, and we actually created this protein ingredient. So the market is, the numbers were on the slide, but of course it's big. We are now having the ready-to-implement technology, which can be implemented in Poland, in Spain, in Netherlands, everywhere. So like this is one of our main upcycled food line to deliver to the market, with the whole impact strategy also. So the top one, I would say.
Hello. From the Barilla Group, I have a question about your business model. So you show also, revenue. So if this consultancy, royalties on technologies apply, so how does it work in your future?
Okay, so there are 3 revenue streams. One is from the marketplace, where we connect the partners and suppliers and producers. The second one is from the selling the licenses, so we actually have the free licenses already, and the percentage of success fee when we actually deliver the product to the market. So these are the main revenue streams, and licenses are in the upcycled food line, the cosmetics and beverages. So these are the 3 markets that we aim to deliver the licenses to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we still have 30 seconds. A very quick one, or everything is clear? Yeah, I believe everything is clear. Good job, Kasia. Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you.